So you've been to every tournament. We've had two.
I was like, I think so.
Yes. We had a great ceremony under your house, under the carport.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we're kind of figuring out what it's about and we're just kind of getting together and doing it. So what what do you think about it?
I think it's awesome. I have loved every second of it, every single time. I mean, it's not like it's happened many times, but what did we like double in size since the first one? There was 3 boats last time, right? Or first time, sorry.
Yeah.
3 boats. There was 5 or 6. There's
There were
supposed to be more.
there were six. And
So
yes, it's supposed to be
doubled.
more. Yeah.
Doubled, supposed to be more. And like Alan said, it's just like-minded people that get to hang out and enjoy God's creation and get a little bit competitive and just hang out, fish, hunt. I don't know. It's a blast, and I like bringing people into the fold that maybe don't necessarily get to do stuff like that all the time and give them a piece of what we think is a blessing.
Mm.
Because, I mean, not a lot of people really. I mean, it's fun to some people, but it's kind of just taken at face value. But it's like if you really see what you're given, what we're given, and see how we steward that well, they can kind of get a better understanding of the blessings that he's given us. But I mean, it's a blast, dude. I hope and continue to pray that it ends up being something that's massive, but it has a deeper meaning than just going out and fishing with a bunch of guys, you know?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, it's a blast.
Well said. Very well said.
Thanks.
That's the goal. Hopefully it does grow for the purpose of fellowship and sport. So, okay, let's get a little technical. So, how much freshwater boat driving have you done?
Oh my gosh. You want to take a guess?
None.
Yeah.
Well, and that's I figured so, and I don't know if you know this, but you have such an advantage over anybody that's only driven in freshwater, or they're people that have mostly spent times on lakes and rivers. Because like on a lake, big lake, you know where your sandbars are, you know where some stumps or logs might be for the most part. Rivers, kind of the same, but and even though that principle is applicable to the bay, like also, it's the Bay, and things change rapidly, and you never know what you're gonna
Unpredictable.
get.
Yeah.
Um, in fact, one time I was out with a guide, and he had this, like, brand new I forget the horsepower, but it was this gorgeous, like, Evinrude, and it's been some years ago, but, um, he was, like, very familiar with Baffin Bay, but we went we just hit something, and luckily it didn't mess everything up, but it cost him a pretty penny to
Mm,
fix something on maiden voyage of his new motor.
yeah.
So, your experience is saltwater. Your experience is the bay.
Yeah, for sure.
What would you tell the guy that wants to learn to navigate the bay that he needs to be looking out for? Because that I am that guy.
Yeah. I'd say first of all, stay within your means. Like the guys who know the bay super well and like can take super quick shortcuts and like turns that I don't take because first of all, it's not really in my boat, but second of all, like I'd rather be safe than sorry. And I mean, channel markers are your friend. That
Right.
is pretty self-explanatory for anyone who drives a boat in the coast. It's like, I mean, that gives you a clear direction on where the channel is and where it's deep, so you don't really have to worry about it. But I mean, you do cut out sometimes and take a shortcut, which is fine most of the time. But it's definitely I've literally had my I don't know if it was my uncle driving or my grandpa driving, but they took a shortcut one time. They knew the bay. They've been there for decades, fishing the same spots, and came up on a sandbar, and it literally stopped their boat completely and had like people thrown
I
off.
was gonna say, were they going, like,
Oh
full
yeah.
throttle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I forget who was on the boat, but like I think it was one of the kids like completely thrown off the
Just
boat.
launched.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a scary thing, and like if that's you and you're new to it and you're unprepared and you don't know how to handle that situation, you don't know where the life jackets are, like whatever the case may be, it's like, or call the Coast Guard. It's like if you don't know any of that stuff, it's kind of sketchy.
For
But
sure.
uh yeah, I mean, other than that, you just got to know your tides well. You got to know wind, depending on if you have an actual anchor like us old timers do or a spot lock trolling motor like the new
The new kids
the
on the
new
block.
kids have, just taking that effect and depth, everything else. It's just, it's a lot, but it's also fun once you get it down because it feels like all the work mentally and physically you put into like at least just getting to the spot and you actually get fish like over and over again is like a great feeling. And yeah, the first tournament we did was the first time I actually like, I mean, I've used artificials plenty of times, but it was my first time like going out alone and being like, I don't know what's going on. I usually have my dad being like, use that, go here, go here. And I'm like fully new to this and just went out there and was like, I'm just going to go figure it out. I think that's the fun part is like just trial and error and kind of getting to know more than just what the coast is at a face value. It's like you need to go to this specific spot because this current's moving this way. These fish are going to stay hidden so they can ambush, but they're not wasting too much energy fighting the current all the time. And like, this is where bait's going to come through. This is where the mouth is. Like, all these things that play into the, when and where fish are eating at all times. And it's cool knowing now because when was the first tournament? Like July?
July. Yeah, July.
June. I didn't know anything. Like,
Really?
no, absolutely not.
Well, that's not entirely true. You do
Well,
stuff, but you'd never like execute it on your own.
artificial, yeah, like artificials, no idea. Like I could tell you, let's go to get some live shrimp, drop it 20 feet down. We'll catch a bull red at some point today.
Yeah.
And then if not, let's go to and do the same thing with live shrimp and catch sheep's head and maybe a red or two. And like that's fun, but like it's not all that challenging because it's a consistent spot that I've never had that bad of luck with. So doing artificials and being like, I know this isn't going to work here, so I have to try something else is like the figuring it out part's the fun part.
Yeah, especially for like a targeted redfish time where, you're in shallows and an artificial. I mean, you got to be agile, you got to move, you got
Cover
to
some ground.
cover some ground, do all the things that you just said. I mean, that is often very taxing because it's work, but it's so rewarding when you do catch a fish in that setting. Versus the fun that is still fun, but different when you're anchored at the jetties in Port O'Connor and, you can catch any of this other stuff in the shallows too, but it's like, okay, there, my odds of reeling in a shark are much more likely, or a stingray, or a sheep's head, or, you've just got all that stuff that kind of comes in from the deeper Gulf waters.
Yeah.
Both are fun, but one is a little more of a challenge and more rewarding, I guess, when you do catch something big.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of times, and I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out like why I feel like every time we catch a red in like somewhere we're waiting and there's a lot of action and like plenty of bites, but we are always catching little rat reds. And like
Mhm.
some aren't even rats. They're 16, 17 inches. Like, I mean, they're like right there, but like not not what you're looking for. And
Yeah.
they put up a fight because they're strong. So you're like, oh, I got some. No, no, you don't. Uh, so I'm like, what am I missing? Am I not deep enough? But then sometimes I'm like, but I know they're shallow. Like I know they're shallow a lot of the time. Like it's just that game of cat and mouse that I'm trying to figure out, and I don't know the answer yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I never will.
Maybe not, because in some ways fishing is irrational. Because you're if you were doing the math on it, I guess, with, like, the percentage of what you're reeling in and keeping compared to the work put into casts, you have to factor in fun to the equation and the
Yeah,
enjoyment of the sport,
for
so
sure.
it levels out to economic value, of course, but
Yeah.
bare bones, it's like
Dude, I mean, there was I don't know how long ago it was, but I started getting into duck hunting when I was like 10, 12, something like that, somewhere in that range, and I loved it. Didn't want to do anything else. I was like, fishing? What are you talking about? Why am I going to go fish right now? And like my brothers were all into fishing, and I was like, y'all can have that. Like, I don't care. Like, I remember both of them going on the boat with my dad all the time, and I'd sleep in and be like, no, I'll wait till duck season. Like, I don't care to do that. So they knew the bay super well, and I didn't. And by the time it came around to when I was, I want to say like 19, 20, like somewhat recently is when I was like, oh, okay, this is actually really fun. And obviously I started taking y'all out, and getting to share it with everybody is even better. Cause like, to me, it's fun and I love catching the fish, but like, I swear watching someone else catch a fish is so much more fun than actually catching the fish. Everyone's like, why don't you reel it in? I'm like, dude, I've gone here so many times. I've caught so many of these fish that like, it it doesn't change anything for me. Like, the fun
yeah.
part is watching other people do it, and they just don't understand. But like, I literally refuse to reel in some fish. I'm like, I'm not like, it's gonna break off if you don't take it, because
Yeah.
like,
Well, I've seen you do that.
it's I don't know what it is, but it's so much more fun than actually catching fish.
Especially if it's a guy that's, like,
New.
new and has that, like he's not trying to be macho. Yeah, there's just that, like, unbridled emotion and then
Yeah,
joy when it's done. So,
like,
I know what you mean.
even the guys that like are trying to act like it's not a big fish, and they're like, oh, I got this, and then
Yeah.
like it starts to like,
Yep.
and then they're like they're not ready for
Yeah.
the actual power that those things have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
It is. Well, good story. Good words. Make a plug for the guy that's on the fence. That's what we're doing with these about like I want to be a part of the TCI. I want to fish, but I don't know how or I don't know where to start. Like what should he do?
Well, DM TCI, what is it? TCI Invitational, TCI underscore Invitational.
Texas underscore coast underscore invitational.
Ah, right. It's not
I
TCI.
think I'm pretty sure.
I think it's Texas underscore coast
We'll
underscore
link it.
Invitational. Link down below.
We'll link it down below.
DM that.
Okay. Well, probably burning our daylight, but you know, you're a valuable add to my life and to this podcast and to the TCI and to your company, Burley Bow,
Shout
and
out.
to everybody that knows you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes.
You as well.
Thank you. Very kind.
I feel like that's very poor of me to just say you as well, but I mean, everything you said, I actually do mean right back at you.
I know you mean it.